Good morning. Happy Friday Eve. It's time for Winging It Buffalo Style. I'm Diana Fairbanks.
And I'm your CW star, Matt Snyder.
We have fan favorite Chef Steve in the kitchen today as we continue brunch week here on Winging It Buffalo Style. And you know what? He is going to make something that is going to delight the taste buds. It is pink, it is fluffy, it is super brunchy, and going to be very delicious.
And we have a lot more fun coming up our way. We're going out to the Erie County Fair this weekend, so you might want to know what is being the most talked about. And we have all of that in a package. We're also doing a little bit of a Throwback Thursday with the fair. So
yeah,
take your notebooks out. It is a fair kind of day here.
All right, that sounds good. Also today, we're going to talk about all the buzz about honey and bees. And we're going to tell you how you can go to a beauty supply store, get all your favorite beauty products with a little honey twist, if you will. Great benefits, but also it's going to help with our bee population.
And we're talking back to school tech with actress and author Allie Larder. She's going to join us live right after the dish.
And speaking of back to school, okay, parents everywhere know that this is an expensive time of year. You got to get your kids new clothes, new shoes, new jackets, new pencils, paper, all of that stuff. And raising a kid is pretty expensive. How expensive? Well, this may surprise you. New research just out today, we're all talking about it here on Winging It. A new statistic states that it costs the average family $241,000 for about a middle-income family to raise a child. I don't know about you, but that seems, that's pretty high. That's for about 18 years, and this is just for the basics. Now, this is according to a new U.S. Department of Agriculture report just released yesterday. It covers everything from child care to grocery bills, clothes, and activities. Now, what's not included in this is college. So this is not even higher education. Keep in mind, this is up 3% from 2011. What's not keeping up? Wages. The country's median annual household income has actually fallen by more than $4,000 since 2000. What do you think, Matt? Does it sound like a lot? Not enough.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. I think you were thinking. It doesn't seem like that's quite enough that it really does
more,
cost.
Honestly, yeah.
I wonder if they took into account, living expenses to different cities, because I know if you go somewhere else,
right, it's
not going to cost as much. And if you go other places in the States, right, it's going to cost even more. I can imagine
and they did
this
say,
number in L.A. or something
exactly.
like that.
They said the most expensive parts of the country to raise a child, the urban Northeast and also the West. So you're right with L.A. and, of course, New York. And I think we're considered the urban Northeast. So that's in that category there. The South and rural areas were the least expensive. But this comes into child care and everything like that. And, child care, that's why a lot of moms, there are some great stay-at-home moms who choose to stay at home because that's what their heart tells them to do. Then there are other stay-at-home moms who stay at home because they can't afford the child care, because child care is really expensive. And God bless them, child care providers. If I could pay you $1 million, I would, because your job is invaluable, but it's expensive.
And if you also look right with childcare was food, and if you start thinking about the childhood obesity epidemic, what's the least expensive food? It's that unhealthy food.
Yeah.
So looking at this kind of gives you a little insight in the things that we're facing as a nation right now.
Yeah, we want to know what you think about this. $241,000 on average. Does that sound about right to you?
We probably should say thank you to our parents for spending all that money on us.
No kidding. Well, there are some celebrities out there who can definitely afford to raise children, and Facebook is giving celebrities a little VIP status. That's right, the social media network getting ready to unveil VIP features for famous folks. These changes, they're going to allow stars to keep a close eye on chatter, interact with their fans a little bit easier. Facebook's hoping these adjustments will persuade people to spend less time on other social media sites like, Twitter. Over the past few months, Facebook has introduced a bunch of things like hashtags, trending topics, embedded posts. They're trying to, I don't know if they're trying to keep up with Twitter or, take away some of the pull from Twitter, but I know a lot of people who are only on Twitter, or like you, Instagram is your main social media
site.
I
think the problem with Facebook is I think we've, as a nation, realized we've spent too much time on our devices, on our smartphones, but at the same time, we've fallen in love with social media. Twitter, Instagram, super quick, 141 characters or a picture. It gets you out there. You can check it really quick. Facebook is kind of a time investment. You really have to go on. You have to wade through everything.
Whenever we talk about celebrities, we always talk about their tweets. We never talk about their Facebook posts.
Because no one has time to follow a celebrity on Facebook, and I don't think celebrities want to share that much. I think this is just an attempt for Facebook to pick itself up. I'm interested to see. I like Facebook. It has its place.
Yeah, I don't
keep in touch with my friends, but I'm not too involved in it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let us know what you think. All right. Also now it is Thursday, which means it is Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk a little bit about the fair, and of course, Throwback Thursday is when we journey down memory lane to celebrate all of Buffalo's history with a photo of the past. Since we're right in the middle of Erie County Fair, it seems only fitting to take a look at one of the largest fairs in our nation. Now, this is the Chevetta's Chicken Barbecue Stand. Now, Diana, I know you did a little research because this is no longer at the fair. So what did you find?
Well, you know, we did a big story on it on News 4. It was huge news over the winter time and the fall that the fair, they were going to make them tear down their stand that had been there for more than 50 years, and that's exactly what they did. So this year, of course, Chevetta's is there. They've got a big more mobile stand, but they don't have the big booth that they had for forever. And the reason they did it, they wanted more green space, more seating at the fair. So, you know, it's funny that we should pick this picture because it's very different this year than it had been for about 50 years.
But everyone can agree that they love Chevetta's chicken.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I do believe that we have another Throwback Thursday. I mean, the fair only happens once a year, so why not we show another one? Now, I do believe this is a picture from one of the best games at the fair, and that's the ball game, or I Got It for those people that have been to the fair before. And it's been played for the past 40 years. We got these photos from friends of the Erie County Fair and the Erie County Agricultural Society from their Twitter page. Now, I have to say, when I do go to the fair and when I do play a game, ever since I was a kid, this game is my favorite game.
You know, I don't know this game, but I walked through there because it was by the rides. My daughter and I went on some of the rides, and I walked through there. I remember thinking, like, what is this? Like, I was unfamiliar.
You sit down, and the person in charge tells you to throw the ball, and it's kind of like a bingo grid, and you want to get, like, a line. It's kind of like bingo, but you're in control. You're trying to throw the ball.
But I have no skills.
And then when you get it, they give you a coupon or a ticket, and then they have a whole wall of prizes.
Oh, I like walls of prizes.
Walls of prizes are always really good.
You know what else I like at the fair? Nick Walenda, who was at the fair yesterday, and News 4's Ed Dranch, who is actually friends with Nick Walenda now after covering for him so much. We have a story from him.